Hello everybody and welcome to iDPS. iDPS means I diagnose and proffer solutions. My name is Umayowa Victor Ogunshola, and today I will be talking about something important for business management students everywhere in the world, or for entrepreneurs or people that actually work in organizations around the world. Today I will be talking about management control. This is what we are going to be talking about today. What is management control? What are the characteristics of management control? What is the importance of management control? What are the issues surrounding management control? Employees, will they kick against it or will they support management control? And finally, the components of management control. These are the things that we will talk about in this video today. If you come with me to the whiteboard, I'd like to start by explaining to us what we exactly mean by management and control. Right there, I have listed the explanations and definitions for management control. Management control is a set of policies and procedures designed to keep operations going according to plan. So every business organizations have got a plan. They've got a business or organization goal and objective. Okay, so management control are a set of policies and procedures designed by internal or external stakeholders in order to keep operations of the organization going according to plan. I'll read that again just to be sure. Management control is a set of policies and procedures designed to keep operations going according to plan, and these policies and procedures can be designed or can be implemented by internal or external stakeholders. Furthermore, management control involves anticipating future conditions to ensure that organizations' objectives are achieved. Okay, so management control is about saying the goals and objectives of the organizations must be achieved. Management control is a process of ensuring that activities and plans produce desired results. So every operation within the business organization must lead to the desired results. This is what management and control is about. Management control is also the process by which managers ensure that resources obtained are used effectively and efficiently within the organization so that the organization's business objectives can be met. So management control is there to make sure that the resources which are scarce are utilized effectively and efficiently to meet the business goals. The control element in management control is there to ensure that the actual state of affairs is in line with the desired state of affairs. Because we talk about management control, the control there is to make sure that what is happening, actual state of affairs, is actually in line with what we expected to happen. Okay, actual state of affairs in line with desired state of affairs. What are the characteristics of management control? It's a continuous process. Okay, we cannot stop that process. That process is there to ensure that we meet the organization's goals and objectives. Therefore, it's a continuous process, and management control is goal oriented. We are trying to utilize the resources of the organization. We are trying to anticipate future conditions. We are trying to ensure that the activities and plans produce desired results. So it's all goal oriented. What is the purpose or what is the importance of management and control? It helps us to measure progress. With management and control, you are able to say if there is progress within the business organization. It helps us to uncover deviations. So if the organization is going against its plans or going against its own business objectives, we can quickly spot that. So it uncovers deviation, and it helps us to ensure that resources are used effectively. So these are the purposes and importance of management and control. What issues may hinder management and control? Let's look at that. Okay, so it comes with some issues. These issues may affect management and control. Lack of proper organization structure. If the organization has got the wrong structure, then management and control will be affected. It may not go well. Okay, if there's inappropriate management style, okay, then there may be problem with management control. If there's ineffective communication within the organization, there may be a problem with management control. If there is illegitimate use of management authority, this may affect management control. And also lack of regular training and professional development programs for staff may lead to negative management control, or may affect management control. Pardon me, okay? Inadequate control process. So is there an organization and that organization has inadequate control process? This will lead to workers' resistance. Workers may resist, or it may lead to information overload. So control has to be within organizations, okay? Management control has to be within organizations. Every organization has to have a set of policies and procedures to keep operations going according to plan. If these policies are not there, then we may have information overload or workers' resistance. If the policies that we make sure that operations are going according to plan are not present in a business organization, there may be information overload or there may be workers' resistance. Employees may dislike control, okay? Why? Because failure to accept objectives. Maybe they say, we don't want these objectives. We are used to the way we used to work before, okay? So employees may dislike control due to failure to accept objectives or due to unreasonable standards set by management, okay? Let's talk about implementation of management control. There is no guarantee that management control will be effective. But what is important is that management control should be embedded in every activity within the organization. So management control should be embedded in every activity within the business activities. Management control should be embedded in the organizational activities, okay? Every activity within the organization. Lastly, we talk about the 5 components of management control, okay? It's about controlled environment. So if any organization says to you, oh, it practices the management control system, then we have controlled environment, okay? We assess risk from time to time. Second point, risk is assessed from time to time. Third point, there's controlled activities, okay? Activities in that organization are being controlled. Fourthly, information and communication is effective, okay? We're talking about components of management control. And lastly, there's a monitoring inventory system, okay? Monitoring inventory system is effective, and that's when we can talk about the components. These are rather the components of management and control within the organization. So again, we know that management and control is a set of policies and procedures designed to make sure that the operations are going according to plan, okay? We know that management control helps to ensure that resources of the organization are well utilized, okay? We know that management and control helps to anticipate future conditions and to ensure that organizational objectives are achieved. The control element there, again, is to ensure that the actual state of affairs are in line with the desired state of affairs. We say it is a continuous process and it is goal-oriented. We say it is important because it helps us to measure progress, it helps us to spot deviations, okay, and it helps us to make sure that resources are well utilized. Some issues that may arise or that may lead to or that may hinder effective management control are ineffective communication. If senior management fails to communicate what's going on to the rest of the team, then there might be a problem. Inappropriate management style, lack of proper organizational structure, when the staff are not well trained, this may hinder management control. Again, inadequate control process, okay, may lead to information overload or workers' resistance. Employees may dislike control due to failure to accept objectives. We don't want these objectives, okay? And then that may happen because they dislike the control, or also due to unreasonable standards. We say that implementation of management control is not guaranteed, okay? But management and it's not guaranteed to be effective, but management control should be embedded in every activity within the organization. And we talk about the 5 components of management control, which are controlled environment, risk assessment, controlled activities, effective information and communication, and effective monitoring of the inventory system. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was the lecture on management and control. As you know, we always like to hear from you, so please send us some feedback at info@idpsconsults.com. We love to serve you better. We love to educate the world. As you know, we will not go until we talk about our passion, and our passion is that Africa must develop. So are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing everything to promote the unity of the African continent, and keep doing everything to make sure that Africa must develop. Africa must indeed develop. So in English language, I like to say thank you very much. In Dutch language, I like to say thank you well. In Yoruba language from Nigeria and West Africa, I like to say eshe o. Bye.